Yeah, not a good first half. Better second half. I thought we were unlucky not to score in the second half. For me, a key moment in the match was us giving away the first goal with a minute left. Obviously we weren't playing well, but we were a minute from kind of getting to halftime to be able to kind of make adjustments and circle the wagons a bit. To give up that goal, that was a pivotal moment in the match. That can't happen. Really poor goal. I thought second half, again, subs gave us a lift, played much better. We were better with the ball. Our intensity was better. We created some pretty good chances, I felt. But overall, just not enough today to win the game. We did not deserve to win the game. So I take responsibility. I'm the coach, and I just didn't think we got good performances today. You can't come on the road and play against a good team like Salt Lake and expect to win that game, that type of game, with the performance that we had, especially in the first half.
All right, we'll get started with questions. First, we'll go to Frank DeLappa. He'll be followed by Sam Minton. Frank?
Caleb, one thing you've talked about a lot this year is that you want your team to play positively. So the question is, on that first goal, you guys actually had the free kick, but instead of going to goal, went backwards and sideways kind of. So, especially in that situation, what do you tell the team?
Really poor. Exactly what you said. I said, well, why did we go backwards? We're literally in the front half, and we play 3 passes that are negative, and the last one we hit a blind pass, backwards. And, I called the team over, literally, in that last, there was an injury, and I said 2 things. I said we need to be more patient when we get in the front half and play forward. And I said, let's get to the break, and that was a huge mistake by Xavi. He feels bad. He knows it can't happen. He's been pretty rock solid, but that was for sure a really, really bad mistake. And I thought that was a big difference in the match. Like I said, second half was much better. We can build on that. But yeah, it was a head scratcher a little bit that first half. I thought we started giving the ball away, and it gave them life, and it seemed like it rattled us, and it just really sent a funk in our team, and we never worked ourselves out of it. Ali, for me, was excellent, keeping us in the game. But eventually, if you continue to give teams, a good team like Salt Lake, chances, they're going to score. And obviously, the first goal, we gave them the goal. So we got to look at the film like we always do. Guys need to look at themselves in the mirror. And obviously, we still got 9 games left, and we're back at home against St. Louis. So I'm confident the guys will bounce back for sure. But we cannot have performances. Any more performances like this and like we had in that first half again. Can't. Otherwise, we got no shot to make the playoffs.
Next, we'll go to Sam Minton. He'll be followed by Nick Boonstra. Sam?
Hello, Caleb. And can you just kind of talk about how, collectively as a team you guys performed defensively, and just maybe where RSL was able to kind of cause some problems for you guys?
It was mostly our giveaways. Most of what they created was from our build-up and giving the ball away, and unforced. I'm not going to name names, but there were some really, really poor giveaways early in the match, and some of those inside our box, unforced. We're on the ball. All we have to do is touch and play. We take 2 or 3 touches, and obviously they're in a duel with us, and we give it away. So most of what they created in that first half was off of our careless attacking play, and that's disappointing because we've made so much progress. Obviously there's a few new pieces in there as well. Brandon's out, but it's no excuse. I expect better, and again, I take responsibility. I prepare these guys, and they didn't perform tonight, so I have to look in the mirror as well.
Next, we go to Nick Boonstra. He'll be followed by Seth McComan. Nick?
Hey Caleb, so it's a couple games now, at least at the end, where we've been able to see kind of the full force, strike force, the attackers up front. Just what have you thought of what you've seen in the last couple games?
Yeah, again, I feel like there's positives in that second half. It was much better. We were much better with the ball. Thought Ian came in and gave us, better ball retention. Obviously, the front three that we subbed into the match, they were dangerous, lively. We were much better in the final third. I'm glad that those guys are now going to be close to being able to play major minutes now. They needed another game. We felt they were kind of 30 to 45 minutes fit max. So now we feel like they'll be close to 60, hopefully with a good week of training. So that gives us a lot of optimism for the next game. Just disappointed with the guys we started. They had played so well the week prior, but they weren't able to put it together again. And that means for sure this week some of my decisions are going to be based on the current form, and there were some not good performances today out of guys.
We'll take one more question. That'll be Seth McCumber. Seth?
It seems like some of that change in the second half is some of that verticality that Giacomo Veroni and Barrero and Luca Langoni bring to the field. Can you just talk a little bit about that and the need to play vertical at times?
Yeah, that's what they bring, and those are the guys that we expect to be starting, of course, but they just weren't fit enough to start. So you saw, obviously, second half Montreal, and you saw second half today that there's more pace, there's more penetration, there's more final third purpose. But, first half Montreal was pretty good, with that same group. So, why wasn't that group able to do it again? I don't know. That's the head scratcher for me. Obviously it's a long trip. I don't want to make excuses for them, but it's a long trip, 5-hour trip. It's altitude. Guys seem sloppy on the ball. It's a hard, fast pitch, and we just didn't deal with it well, all those elements. Maybe that's a factor, but doesn't matter at this point. You got to find a way. And I thought we gave up some key goals in kind of pivotal moments. The second goal is another example. We get stripped on the sideline, we foul, and then it's a set piece. So as bad as we were first half, we could have gotten to the break 0-0. That would have been that would have given us a better chance. And I felt like if we wouldn't have given up that second goal, we would have for sure gotten a goal. I thought we were knocking on the door, but for me, in the end, not enough. It wasn't enough today. It wasn't our day. We didn't play well enough to win. We didn't deserve to win. Salt Lake was the better team, and we have to learn from it, look at the film, and get back to work. But I think the optimism again is you saw that second half, and some of the players that were playing there, that group, we feel very confident in, but disappointed with some of the guys in that first half.